it touches their bhavana, their feelings, and they relate to it in a way that they could make it part of their lives, but also help others with. So mothers are always those who help, who want to help others, who want to take what Baba is saying in the most simple way. And this is how Baba explained this very important effort that he calls as easy effort. So he used this term, pure feelings, and then he used the other term, good wishes. And he was saying that the easiest way to serve and the easiest effort to make is to have good wishes and pure feelings. Because no matter what is happening with people, with places, with situations, and with circumstances, I cannot say anything about it. The moment I say something, words can do more damage, actually, because maybe my words will be coming from an inner feeling that I was right and you were wrong. The words may be coming from thoughts that are telling me this is what Baba is saying and I'm following Srimad and the other one is not. And so those thoughts will then carry the tone or the the message that you are wrong and I am right. So Baba was saying the easy effort is not to go even into words, but to stay at the level of consciousness. Consciousness means that I first of all have to be aware of who I am. And when I'm in the awareness of who I am, then thoughts and feelings will emerge out of that consciousness. So for instance, if I'm in the consciousness of being a soul, that's the first step. The second step would be, what quality of soul am I? So if I say my awareness of myself as a soul is that I am an elevated soul, I'm a soul that have got this balance of being elevated, but also being humble. So I will see myself as the awareness I will have of myself is as a child of God, a child of Baba. And so I am elevated, but I'm also humble. So I have this balance. Now from that awareness, I'm looking at what's happening outside of me. And as I look at what's happening outside of me, that awareness of being elevated and being humble would open my entire self to seeing the other with loving kindness and compassion. So I don't put a level or a veil of resistance when I see others. If I don't have the right consciousness and the right awareness, then I will be trying to look at the other with loving kindness or with compassion, but I'm looking through a veil of resistance. I'm resisting what I don't like about them. And so my pure feelings and good wishes cannot emerge because I don't have true loving kindness within me. I don't have compassion within me that is reaching the other. I'm thinking I have compassion. I'm thinking I have loving kindness, but it's not at the level of my feelings. And so it's not really reaching the other person. So Baba is telling us that we have to master this art of conveying to others through our pure feelings and good wishes his Shakti, his power. And I have to be an instrument for that. But being an instrument for that, I have to be with the right consciousness, soul consciousness, and from that consciousness to create an awareness of who I am, a great soul and a humble soul, and then allow that balance to emerge from me. Kindness, which is loving kindness, and also compassion. And then from that, my good wishes and pure feelings will reach the other because it will dismantle, it will break up, it will dissolve this layer of resistance that prevents me from doing that. So that was the first point, the easy effort that Baba was telling mothers, because mothers are always compassionate, mothers always full of loving kindness. Mothers always want to embrace others. So it will be easy for them to do that. They just have to, understand the method. And then the other thing that Baba said that I liked in today's Murli is we have become the embodiment of the reasons for our problems. Now we have to become the embodiment of the solutions to the problems that we are encountering. Now, in a very simple way, if we were to look at what is the difference between being an embodiment of reasons and being an embodiment of solutions. When anything happens to me, I look for the reason. And when I look for the reason, the first question that emerges is, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why not someone else? And so Baba says this question, this one word, why, it opens up a door. And this door is like an obstructive door. And when I open this door of why, there will be a queue, there will be a line outside that door, waiting to enter into me. And so from one why, it's not just a single why that follows, but one why could open up 100 whys. And then the second is to open up 100,000 whys. So all these little whys, why this, why that, why the other, keep creating. So I'm living in a world of the reasons why it has happened. I'm living in the causes of why these things have happened. So once I live as an embodiment of the why these things have happened, the reasons, the causes why they have happened, I'm consumed by the problem. I am swallowed by the problem. And this word why traps me. So Baba is saying, no, you don't do that. It's like you went to the doctor and your doctor, there are levels of being treated. So you go to your doctor and your doctor said so and so and so is wrong with you. Your blood sugar is high and you are diabetic, right? So then I leave the doctor's office with a new identity. My new identity is I am diabetic. So I become the problem. I am diabetic. It's not that the body is diabetic, but it goes straight to I am diabetic. Then the question would arise, why have I become diabetic? And then I began, oh, maybe I'm eating too much carbs, maybe, and so I'm in the reasons now. Maybe I'm not exercising, maybe the cause of it could be I'm stressing myself out, and then I'm indulging in sugary things, maybe I am I inherited it from my parents. So all of that are the causes, the reasons why I'm diabetic. So then I become the embodiment of the reasons why I became this. But I connected it to I. It's all connected to me. So I am all these things. I am the disease. I am the reasons for the disease. I am the causes. But I could also blame others. I'm blaming my my parents for it. So it carries. When I become the embodiment of the causes, it carries a blame. It's the blame game that is happening here. I look for something to blame. And then I live in that. And even if there are the remedies to the causes, I am not so much engaging with the remedies, I'm still engaging with the causes. And so it is the same that happens to me when I'm encountering problems at the relational level, at the level of the body, at the level of situations that I'm facing in my country, in my community. It's the same thing that's happening. I become the problem, and then I ask the question why, and then I am the embodiment of the reasons or the causes for the problem. So now what Baba is saying, I have to switch again, it is to do with consciousness. And the first thing is I am a soul. The soul never suffers from diabetes, right? The soul never suffers from any of the ailments of the body. The soul experiences it, but it's not in the soul. What is in the soul are sanskaras. And my sanskaras are connected to actions I've done in the past. And those sanskaras are manifesting through my relationships, my body, my country, my community, whatever, wherever I find myself. It's just manifesting there. So now Baba says, when you become soul conscious, one of the first things that happens is that you transcend all the problems and all the causes of the problems. So the moment I say I'm a soul, I'm going to remember that I am not the problem. I am not the causes. What I am is that I'm the solution. And so if I am the solution to the problem, then living inside of me is something that I have to reach into and I have to become aware of. And so when I reach into myself as a soul, then I know that I won't remember what the solution is if I'm just connecting to myself as a soul. The solution will come when I connect to Baba, when I remember Baba. So the moment I remember Baba, what Baba does to me, he gives me, yesterday he talked about giving me a drop of nectar. Baba gives me the drop of nectar, and that drop of nectar liberates me from being the cause of a problem, and it takes me into the clean and clear space of soul consciousness in which Baba gives me the solution. And so remembrance of Baba liberates me from the problem, and the power of Baba's remembrance and Baba's knowledge gives me the solution. And the first solution that I get liberated from is the solution of blaming myself and blaming others for something. That is a problem. The moment I say why this has happened, the moment I blame myself or blame another, I know I'm the embodiment of the problem. The moment I remember Baba and I experience Baba's love as his Shakti, as his power, and I take my intellect and connect it to Baba's Murli and say, what would Baba say to me? I'm the embodiment of the solution. I don't blame anyone. I don't blame myself. I don't blame the drama. So these are the 2 points I took from today's Murli that I thought were very deep, very helpful to me. Because one of my subtle efforts now, since I was in Bali at the call of the time, I came away with a very deep effort that if I make my effort by resisting something, I cannot transform. But if I make my effort outside of resisting anything, then I will be able to transform. So, Om Shanti.
Again, if I make effort by insisting something on someone, I cannot transform.
I cannot transform. It means I'm resisting them. I'm resisting it. Something inside of me is resisting it, so I cannot transform.
Beautiful.
And we record it. We're gonna translate properly, but now she's just summarizing.
Okay, so you want to summarize it?
Yes. Yeah. Let's go for a walk.
There are 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2 points that you are.
No, you're going to do it in. She's going to do it in.
She's going to translate it.
Do it later.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I am now going to say Om Shanti to everyone, and I am going to perhaps meet you. I don't know. Not all of you. And it's lovely speaking to you through your shades. Hope you heard me. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Okay, so this is my cousin, first cousin. He come as one of the guests.